Hey guys, happy new year 2016. First off, I wanted to tell you guys that I wanted to do a on the go quick tip on how to contour when you're trying to get somewhere. So first off, and most importantly, moisturize is your friend, literally. So make sure you moisturize your skin before you start applying any type of makeup on your face. So first off, you see that I'm holding on to Mary Kay concealer, which is what I use on my skin to help cover my blemishes and my dark rings under my eyes and some of the skin discoloration that I have on my skin. So as you can tell, I'm applying the concealer onto the sponge, but make sure that the sponge that you're using is wet because that actually helps spread the concealer around your face even more smoother than if you didn't have water on the sponge. And that trick, girls, I learned from a friend of mine who's a makeup artist. So I couldn't tell you how much difference that made when I started to use that on my face. So right now you're seeing that I'm applying it, making sure that it's on there smoothly and evenly. Yep, so now that's done. The next step is going to be applying the BB cream from Maybelline, which is very light and it has like a sheer cover, and it literally makes my face look like I have no makeup on even when I don't use the concealer. And ever since I laid eyes on that product, I've been using it ever since. And there, what I'm doing is the same thing. I'm applying the BB cream to the sponge, which is still wet, and making sure that I'm applying the cream evenly and blending it into my skin. So make sure that when you guys are doing this, that you're making sure that it's blending in well and it's covering everything on your face that you wish to have hidden, because we all know we like to make sure that we're hiding any little imperfections. So now that's done, the next step is actually contouring your face. Now, for me, I have a lot of projects or parties that I like to attend, meetings after work. So I wanted to do this video especially on how to do your contouring very quickly. And what I did there is I'm using an angle brush and my favorite powder from Cives, which is a store in Harlem actually, and they sell like different type of color eyebrow powder and cheek powder, and I'm using that to contour my face. And right there, as you can see, I'm doing the sun-kissed look. And that brush right there I'm using is actually to use in the smaller crevices where you see me pointing for my nose, right from my eyes down to the bottom of my nose. And there you'll see how I'm contouring. You have to make sure that you're angling it just the way you want and how thin you want your nose to look. And I love my nose to look really thin, because then you'll get compliments like, girl, you lost some weight, and it's all in the contouring. So now that I've done that, you can see from my profile shot that I'm showing you right here where I've applied all the powder for the contouring shape that I want for my face. The whole point of contouring is to make your face look a lot smaller than what it is, especially if you have a round face like how I do. And now that I've done that, you'll see where I'm pointing out exactly how you should do it if you are actually applying the contouring on your face now as we speak while watching this video. So now that I've done that, the next step is actually blending it using the blending sponge. That is everybody's miracle worker. If you don't have one, you definitely need to get one. That is going to be your BFF. So right there, you'll see that I'm applying it, blending it, making sure that that face is on fleek. Well, actually, you guys use that for that whole eyebrow terminology, right? but you get what I mean. So now I'm going to use the Nye Powder, which is my favorite, and a lot of makeup artists use that when they're doing a lot of highlighting, especially for contouring. You'll see a lot of celebrities use it. So there, I'll take that brush, the cream shadow brush, and I'll actually apply the Nye Powder right underneath my eyes. And when I apply it, you'll see that I'm doing almost like a triangular shape under my eyes. And once I've done that, that's actually giving me the look of where I want the highlights to appear on my face. And for you, it should be the same. And I'll also do it on my T-zones, for my nose, and in my forehead, which makes the sun-kissed look appear even more fierce on how I want it to look. And that's a profile shot, so you guys can see as well what it looks like. And once I've done that, then you start blending that in as well with your blending sponge. And of course, you know, while you're in the mirror doing this, you can be like, hey girl, you looking good. I know I do that sometimes, especially when I know I'm doing the best work for my makeup. So, because after all, when you go out and you step out that door, the first thing people see is your face. So here, I'm using the NYX mascara for your brows. I literally fell to the floor when I found this and I started using it, because it made so much different than when I was using the pencil to shape my eyebrows. Like, this literally made my eyebrows pop, and I didn't have to waste the time of trying to shape my eyebrows with a pencil. It literally just pulls out your eyebrow to the T, and it's just less work and less mess. And now that I've done that, then you'll see that I will actually start to do the second step of contouring, which is contouring your eyebrows to make sure that it pops even more with concealer. And this concealer I'm using particularly is from L'Oreal, and it's like a neutral light color. And what I'll do is I'll apply that right underneath my eyebrows and above my eyebrows to actually make the shape of my eyebrows pop even more, where you see the arrow is pointing. Now make sure when you're doing this, that you're actually smoothing it out to the point where it still pops, but it blends, where it doesn't look thick and chunky and like nasty on your face, because that's not good at all. You want to make it look as simple and as natural as possible, and which is what I'm doing here. A lot of the time I don't like to wear a lot of makeup. I'll usually wear makeup when I'm going out on special occasions or business meetings or whatever the situation may be. But for this look, and particularly when I'm going to work on a daily basis, this is what I'll do. But I always want to make sure that it looks as natural and it doesn't look gaudy. Whoop whoop. So now that's done. Now it's time to blend it in. And this is where I'm telling you where it actually comes into play, where it looks as natural as it can. So now that's done, you're getting to see the full look with both contouring. And here I'm using my NYX eyeliner. I know I keep saying everything's my ultimate favorite, but I've used so many different things that when I found what I like that works for me, I'm totally obsessed. And this eyeliner in particularly, it literally slides smoothly under your eyes, and it gives you that perfect black eyeliner look that you're looking for, especially for myself. So I actually don't leave without this. I have one set for home and I have one in my purse to go. So that's how much that tells you how obsessed I am with that eyeliner. And now I'm using the ELF mascara to heighten and make my eyelashes pop. And I really like this ELF eyeliner. I just started using it. So with this is that I have to actually use maybe double applicate it when I'm putting it on, just so my eyelashes pop more. But obviously many people use as many coats as they want to their comfortability of what they think looks good on them. So I usually apply like a good 2 to 3 coats depending on how thick I want my eyelashes to look. And so now that I've done that, the next step is making your lips pop. And here I'm using a brown lip liner, which basically I want to have my lips to have that neutral day look, and obviously accentuated to also where my lipstick will actually last throughout the day. And there I'm using the NYC Creamy Caramel, and that is like my ultimate favorite lipstick. It literally feels like my lips just glow all day long when I have those on, this one in particular on. So once I put that on, just to give it a little bit of color, I'll actually add this lipstick, which is also NYC, and it's a Canal Saint, what is it? Like a Canal Saint, Canal, I think it says, 051. But I love it too. I just bought it. I really like the color and I thought it was dope. So I was like, why not try it out to blend it with my neutral look? And that's how it came out. And girl, looking good.